guys are on timeout.
Pretty much.
Timeout.
That's funny.
It's always with the Fury fight, no? The first time we got like
Oh yeah, that time it was on pay-per-view, like
Hey,
Showtime pay-per-view.
Hey, but that dude's a cool dude, man.
Yeah.
Fury?
Tyson Fury, yeah.
You met him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At my fight, he was in the locker room because it was me and.
Yeah. All right, we'll get started. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Against the Ropes. I am Gio Garcia. I am alongside Christian Mosqueda. Episode 54.
54.
And we do have two special guests in the building.
Yeah, two very special guests, two pros in the building. One at the top of the 140. He's knocking right there at the door. He wants a title shot. He's here with us today. Arnold Barboza Jr.
That was about to fight right now.
And we're also joined by his buddy, also pro 2-0. It says right here, bro, light heavy, but you said 168, right?
Yeah.
168. We have Jose Antonio de la Torre. Trying to get my presenting
Yeah.
skills in there.
They're showing the cards already, man. Announcing some of these cards.
Miguel Buffer.
Well, I'll just start off saying, do you guys have the fighter nicknames? Because we talked about this on the show. Like, they used to have nicknames for boxers. Like, every single boxer had one. And now it's like, you kind of choose if you want to or not.
Nah, I don't. Me personally, I don't like nicknames. I just go, what represent
Sure.
the junior, like I said,
Yeah.
for my pops.
There you go. Jose, you have a nickname that you're thinking of, or you have one already, or?
No, I don't have one, but on my trunks I wore El Bravo for my son. Because my son was always angry, and then they started calling me that.
We started calling him that, so it's pretty much his nickname.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, but that was a good one, yeah. We always talk about, like, how boxers pick, like, intimidating names. It's like, you don't have to pick precisely an intimidating name. Maybe just something that's just like, identifies to you or it's special to you.
Yeah.
Hey, if I'm going up against someone named El Bravo, I'm like, I don't want to get that guy mad.
Hey, dude, one time, I think with my second pro fight, I went up against a guy named Manos de Cemento. I was like,
Oh, no, dude, check his patty.
I was like,
Check his
God
patty.
damn. I was like, really? Like, fuck. Damn. I was like, shit.
Did you check the gloves before?
Nah, dude, but he did hit hard. I was like, fuck, yeah.
Man.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nicknames matter.
Yeah, we've had boxers on the show, and they always talk about how they first got started. Like, there was this one kid in the gym that was tough. Do you remember those moments when you were starting up? Was there a tough kid in the building? You were just like, oh, I don't want to box that guy, or?
Yeah. I mean, every gym has them,
Mhm.
And we train at South Amani. That city's, it's we have a lot of good boxers come out of there,
Mhm.
But yeah, of course, there's always that one kid, that everyone's like, damn, want to spar him or whatever. But once you spar him, it's all right.
That's the thing we've noticed. Like, they tell us, like, oh, you just get over the hump. You're like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It
So
was
it gives
mostly
you confidence.
Mhm. So how did you dispose of this one kid in your gym? You beat him?
Just spar him, bro. Because the thing is, before I got to South Amani, I used to fight smoker fights a lot because I started boxing at 5.5, so I was too young to fight for USA. USA boxing had to be 8.
Mhm.
So my sister at the time was training at South Amani with Ben
Okay.
Lira, and she was good. She was going to nationals and she was doing good. And my dad was training at this boxing/kickboxing gym. He was pro at kickboxing, but he didn't want me to do that, so I just boxed. And I had like 25 smoker fights.
Mhm.
So when I finally went to South Amani to start boxing for USA Boxing, I mean, people didn't know who I was. They thought that I was gonna be like, didn't know what I was doing. But dude, my first fight, I fought a guy that was like, he had like 7 fights. And I remember we're like in line to see the doctor. He's like, hey, I'm gonna punch your lights out. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh shit. I was like, hey, Dad. He just told me. I go, oh, so what are you gonna do? So I stopped him in the second round.
Hey,
like,
damn.
yeah. So it was pretty cool, man. There's a lot of little memories.
Mhm.
It's fun.
What's the worst insult you heard, Jose?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just intimidating looks, I guess. When people look at you because
That's
you're
an insult.
smiling.
Yeah.
Because you're smiling, and then they dog you or they look at you from head to toe. And then you're like, okay,
Square you up.
just wait.
Shit.
Well, we saw on Box Rec that you were born in Long Beach. How long Were you in Long Beach before you were like? Where did you grow up? You said Almonte.
Yeah, I grew up in Sur del Monte, right there in down Rush and Strozier. But I was born in Long Beach. But I grew up in South Almani, and I lived most of my life there, and happy. I love the city.
Yeah.
So trying to put them more on the map than they already are.
Yeah. When I saw Long Beach, I was like, man, I'm gonna ask him what middle school he went to. Okay, we grew up in Almonte.
Yeah. A lot of people are born in Long Beach, but they don't stay. They
Yeah.
The hospitals must be nice or something.
Or affordable. He said. So
we out of here before the bill comes, man. Let's get out of here.
This is raw.
Yeah. Man. And we see that you you like the Lakers, right?
Yeah. I like the Lakers, Dodgers. Fortunately, I'm a Raiders fan. I love the Raiders too. I grew up watching it with my dad, so those are the teams I really, look at. I love sports. I love football. I'm a football fan. I'm a Lakers fan, the Dodgers fan. Fortunately, boxing, I'm not a fan. I just love doing it. So.
Cool.
Yeah, and we saw on ESPN there was a moment where you were just playing football, right? You weren't always 140 to 160 weight, right? You were a little bit bigger.
Yeah, in high school, because I boxed, like I told you guys, from 5.5. So my dad pushed me. I feel like too much, I didn't have a childhood, so like my schedule would be get up at 5 a.m. We'll go to Leg Lake, some park right there in the city, and then we'll run, and then we'll get back home, and I'll eat like a waffle, shower, and go to school. And once I get out of school, I'll like finish my homework, and he'll get home from work and straight to the gym, get back home, go to sleep, and that was the day. Repeat it the rest of the week. And as a little kid, I feel like you got to be out playing. But yeah, at 13 years old, I got tired of it. I didn't want to box anymore. I fell out of love with it. So I stopped boxing, and then when I got to high school, I just played football. I loved football. I loved it, and I love the energy, and I love the physicality of it. And I started that in my junior year. I was starting linebacker, and I remember there was this kid. I still remember his name. His name was Nico Barbone. He was fucking animal. Like he was all like recruited, and and he trucked me like 3 times in a game, and I was like, fuck. I was like, never again. Like, I'm not gonna let no one truck me no more, So like that's that. After that season, I just started bulking up, working. I stood in the gym, and dude, I went up to like 210 pounds, but I was like, my arms were like 18 inches, bro. I was big. I was huge. Like you wouldn't even think.
Hold on, what were you doing?
Huh?
How you get so big?
No, it was a Canelo me, but
those tacos.
Yeah, those tacos. Yeah, I had to go every week, but it's just been the gym. I had some supplements I was taking stuff, and I just got really big.
Lifting a lot, or what?
Yeah, I lifted it. I was in the gym 24/7. I even built the gym in the garage, a weight set and everything. So one thing about me, I always had that hard work ethic. You know what I mean? To get better at what I wanted to do.
At what age do you decide to come back to boxing?
Right after high school, it happened when I went to the JC Fullerton, and I was gonna play football there, and then I went, and I remember I was in the weight room, and I thought I was strong. I thought I was the shit, in high school, and I got there, man. It was totally like I seen these dudes, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like these fools are big, fast, strong, like
they all look like The Rock.
Yeah, these fools are 6'3", I'm this Mexican right here, 5'9", I'm like, man, fuck this. Like, what am I gonna do? Like so like I was like, man, like I like to fight, and so I decided to go back to the gym, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back. My dad didn't take me serious. Because when I was working out in football, like sometimes I'll go to the gym mad, and then instead of fighting in the street, I would go to the gym and spar, and I would like look good for like a round, but I'll get tired because all the muscles. So I'll just get beat up for like another round, So I'd always go back here and there, and then finally, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna see what happens. I invested so much time when I was young. Why not just try it out? Went back, and my dad didn't get me with the mitts for like 4 months. He wouldn't pay attention to me at all. And so I started losing weight, and running. He seen I was running every day, and then he started paying attention to me. And then he's like, all right, get some 10 amateur fights back, and then, we'll see what happens. So here I am.
The hardest hits, football or boxing, that you've taken personally?
Boxing
For
sure.
Yeah.
Football, it hurt too, but I mean, I think it's just different. It's just different, man. Then the work you put in for boxing is way harder than football. Football you can eat. You can do whatever you want. You want to carb up. Yeah. In boxing, you gotta start doing cutting. It's a mental game. A physical game. So it's different. Yeah.
When you were cutting down these muscles. Obviously, like the heavier you are, we saw with Anthony Joshua, like the heavier you are, there's a certain kind of body that you have to have in boxing. Did you start getting more confidence? I mean, you're losing the muscles, but you're getting that stamina back. you're feeling better, lasting
Agility.
long.
Yeah, well, it was hard because, to be honest, when I was 210, I dropped down to 185, and then the more I was dropping, the weaker I was getting because my body wasn't used to it. So I'll get gassed faster. You know, no matter how much running I did, no matter, because there's two conditionings. You know, there's running conditioning, there's the sparring boxing conditioning. You know, so the boxing conditioning just wasn't coming to me. I was sparring. My dad would put me to spar with heavyweights, 210 pounds, 6'3" guys, 6'4". And man, it was rough. You know, I had actually, when I came back to amateur, my first fight back, I fought at 165. And then big boys, you know, I fought at 165, and then I went down to I went to USA, and I made the nationals for the USA team, and I fought at that tournament at 154. Oh wow. Yeah, so I was, you know, up there, and then I debuted at 147. I had like my first like 7 fights at 147. So it was a process, man. My body to get used to the weight drop was more, you know, losing the muscle was harder than losing the fat. You know, getting used to the weight drop was hard, man. So. And I feel like, you know, now it's good, you know, but back then it was so hard, man. It was frustrating. Yeah. Cause like, man, I'm not getting no conditioning. I'm running all these fucking miles, and you know.
How do you feel now at 140? Like your body?
I feel good, you know, and I still feel like I could drop more, you know. When we fought at the was it Texas, right? Yeah, we fought in Texas. I remember I wasn't even trained. I was just running on the treadmill, you know. It was the day before the weigh-ins. I ran 30 minutes on the treadmill, and I got off, and I went to the room, and I checked my weight, and I was like 137 on the dot. Damn. And I was like, oh fuck, like what the fuck? And I fought at 140, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So I ate like a whole meal prep, a tostada, and fucking and a water, bro. Like who does that before the weigh-in? You know what I mean? So, but I think it's just a combination of two of like the way you train, how you eat, you know. So yeah, I mean, if we really pushed it, if we really wanted to, if Top Rank called us, hey, you want a title shot at 135, we'll take it. We'll do it. We'll make it, you know. So
they say, hey, Loma's looking for an opponent.
Shoot him.
Take it.
Shit, I don't care.
Did you see his last fight?
Yeah, with Campbell. Yeah, I didn't see the whole fight. I seen highlights of it, and man, Loma's Loma, dude. He's solid, you know. But like I think he has trouble with the taller fighters, you know, the Ranger fighters. Like literally Linares, you know, was doing dropped him. You know, just I think he that body shot, man. You can't not go down from a body shot like that. You know, so.
Yeah. You heard it, man. 135 shot.
Yeah, if it's there, it's there. We got it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. And we're gonna go back to talk about Alvarado. That's a fight that everybody knows who Alvarado is. He's a name in the game. A lot of people were going in saying, you know what, you don't have a knockout punch. Yeah. So a lot of people thought, you know what, if he beats him.
myself. I gotta admit it. I'm guilty.
Yeah, I'm guilty too. I was like, he's gonna beat him.
I saw knockouts. I'm like, I think he could beat Alvarado. I don't know if he can knock him out.
Because Alvarado's a tough guy. I mean, I think he's only been knocked out by Brandon. And Brandon's like this.
He only has 4 losses. All right.
Yeah.
2 to Brandon, 1 to Juan Manuel Marquez. And 1 to all.
What the one he got knocked out and he was out of shape. He had just got shot 3 weeks before that. So he just went for the money. You know?
With this one, I know he was coming back. You know, getting some wins. He got some wins under his belt. So I was like, he's gonna go the distance. Yeah. But I was like, I think he got him. But the way you beat him and how many times you knocked him down? A couple of times, right?
Well, it was just one. He fouled and then he got up and he fouled again. So he couldn't.
But it was early on, 3rd, 4th round.
3rd round, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was impressive.
Because I was just getting to Staples Center, and then I was like, what the fuck? Knockout quick. I was impressed.
Yeah. Thanks.
And something that we talk about, I was like, okay, when we talk about getting new audience, it's not just about looking sensational inside the ring, but like, what do you do in your ring walk? And we saw you with the Laker colors. Like, oh, he's doing it right. Okay, he's repping it like
he's
LA.
Got the LAFC themed shirt over there.
Yeah, I was like, okay, he's doing it right. You know.
Yeah, of course.
So, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So you know, Mike. Not a lot of people know, but Mike is pretty much the reason why I got into Top Rank because when he fought Marquez at the Forum, we helped him for that fight. So he came down from Denver and he was training at a Zusa boxing gym, and then he was looking for sparring. So we sparred him, and then his manager like fell in love with me, like, because at that time I had no promoter. I hadn't fought like in a year and a half because we couldn't get a fight. You know, no one wanted to give us a look. You know, so we only had like 3 fights, and then his manager goes, hey, you know, like who's his manager? Like, you know, who's he signed by? My dad goes, nah, no one, you know, like we're just, you know, we're not really looking for a manager, but hey, if you can get him into Top Rank, you know, then hey, you know, we'll talk. So and then his manager started putting in the word, like, hey, Top Rank, you got to meet this kid. You know, this kid, you know, putting hands on Mike, like he's, you know, I think he's gonna be good. So Top Rank goes, oh, bring him to the fight. So after that, so we went to the forum, we met with the matchmaker, and then yeah, they gave us a shot. It took a while, you know, because at that time Top Rank didn't know who I was, whatever. So and then yeah, so me and Mike became good friends. You know, we follow each other. We still do. We have, you know, we message each other all the time. And for his unfortunate business, you know, when his name came up, we were just like, fuck, like yeah, fuck it, you know. He accepted the fight, and we blocked each other on Instagram, you know. Wow. And they're like, yeah, so they're like, yeah, but before the fight before this, so when Mike came down, he brought his sparring partner with him because he named Manny Lopez, a guy I fought before Mike, and I sparred him as well, you know. So he called me out on social media, you know, and we were cool too, like you know. So I was like, fuck, I'll fight him, like what the, you know, like yeah, let's do it. So and then when I fought him, Mike texted me, hey man, good luck, you know, wish you the best. All right, thanks, you know, appreciate it. So that's how, you know, we're cool we were, you know. And then even after the fight, man, you know, after the fight, you know, it was all love, man. You know, even to this day we talk to each other. You know, we were actually thinking of going to a Raider and Broncos game together because he's a Broncos fan, I'm a Raider fan, you know. So I was like, hey man, I'll fly down to Denver, you know, fuck, we'll go out there and we'll beat you guys, you know. So but yeah, man, so it's all good, you know. After the fight, you know, I got his pair of gloves, you know, we swapped gloves. And you know, it's all love, but man, that going to that fight, man, we train hard every fight, but this fight was a whole nother level fight, you know. So we went up to Big Bear with you know, Abel's gym, and we trained up there. Had you know, we're sparring heavier guys than us, you know. We're sparring Sergey that Abel has, and things like 13 knockout. I feel like at 54, I think. They're sparring Perros up there on Gulo. We're sparring him, great dude.
He's fighting this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, so we sparred him. Real cool dude, man. He took me under his wing up there, you know, because it's like up there's a whole different level, you know. So we went up there, we sacrificed a lot, and yeah, man, we, you know, I know I always had the power, to be honest, but I mean, no excuses, you know. The first, like, was like 10, 13 fights, I had, you know, I had a torn tendon on my knuckle. I never really threw my right hand. I finally got it fixed. If you see the difference between now, the way I fight now, and how I'm, like, you know, like even Sismundo, the last guy, he had a losing record, but dude, I blew him out of the water like nothing, you know. Like he dropped Dadashov, you know, like he made Jose Felix look bad, you know. He can make you look bad, you know, but I didn't feel his power at all, you know. I just broke him down, you know what I mean. So little by little, I think we're getting better, you know. So we'll see.
Real quickly, Las Vegas Raiders, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man. You know, it's closer, you know, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like whatever to me. I mean, as long as they keep the
another reason to go to Vegas, right?
Yeah. As long as they keep the colors, it's all right.
It's looking nice too. I saw the stadium last time I went, building it up.
What's a $1 billion stadium? So shit better look nice.
Who do you rock with? Who do you like?
I follow more baseball and soccer. Dodgers and Real Madrid.
Hey, they got whooped on today.
They got whooped today.
Yeah.
You saw the game, Jose?
Nah, I didn't see it. I was at work.
Yeah. It was a little rough. I'm a Madrid fan myself, so.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yep, but it's looking rough without Ronaldo, huh?
That's the thing, man. Like, athletes like Ronaldo, we talk Kobe, those guys just have that elite type mentality where it's hard to get to the top, but then to stay to the top is even tougher.
It's the work ethic too, you know what I mean? So.
Do you take stuff from other athletes, like
Ronaldo? Yeah, all the time. You know, like I'm always like, before I go to sleep, bro, I'm always on YouTube looking shit. Like I always look at Kobe shit, like what he, like crazy. His mentality, you know. Even you know, everyone, bro, like all the you know, people that, because it's crazy because it's rare to find athletes like that. You're not, you know, they're like Kobe's and the Jordans, like every once in a generation type players. You know, like my favorite player in the NFL is Khalil Mack. They used to be with the Raiders, some big old dude. You know, like. So, like, I look at our videos, I look at stuff, and I'm just like, damn, bro, that's crazy, you know? Sacrifices they make, you know?
Yeah.
So.
You know, while you're looking at that picture, and you asked him earlier, right? Who's the GOAT?
Yeah, who's the GOAT?
Damn, I don't know. I like both, but I'm going to have to rock with my dude Kobe.
We grew up with Kobe, man.
Yeah, I'm going to have to rock with Kobe.
Man. That's cool. Like, I see him now, like, in his Laker, like, you know, interviews, like, he still has, like, that serious face, like,
business,
like he's gonna kill it in business, whatever. Like he does, I still see that intensity. And dang, like you see like athletes nowadays, and
they're all friends and shit.
I mean,
hang out with each other during the summer and work out together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's different, right? But yeah, to me, the thing that like that most came out is this weekend is the whole Ryan, not taking this fight. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that went outside, but him not taking this fight. And I think Oscar said something about athletes back in the day. He's all like, back in my day, I would have taken the fight because that was, that was the fighter in me to take the fight, like regardless of money. I know it's different now, and we do have to work, like look out for ourselves for our pockets. But what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, to be honest, I can't really give an opinion because I don't know exactly what happened. No one really does. Mm-hmm. So like it could have been. You hear Ryan saying like he wanted to fight, but they just didn't want to pay him a little more. Mm-hmm. Even though he's selling out the show, they're going for him. Yeah. His following and everything, which he deserves a little more money. Mm-hmm. But then again, I mean, like you said, like back in the day they would have fought, but then it's like, dude, now you gotta worry. There's a lot of stuff to worry about. Things are shit expensive now. You know what I mean? So like for the promoters, this is a business. For us, it has to be a business too. We can't worry about. I hate to say it, but like. You give the fans what they want, but sometimes it's like, dude, like they're not in your position. You know what I mean? So, true. Yeah. So I don't know. It goes both ways, I guess.
But the fighter has to look for his best interest.
Yeah, his best interest.
Because look at Maxim Davidish. Yeah. He's putting his life on the line. So if he thinks that fight is worth 15,000, and the promoter doesn't want to go, he wants to give him 10, and he doesning want to take her for 10, then I think that's fine.
Yeah,
I think smart decision.
Yeah, I think it has to be a balance where like all sides are taken care of in a way.
Because what was the notice, the gap that he had to take the fight, like a week or something?
Yeah. No, it was like a few hours.
A few hours, like a day.
Dude, if you tell me let's go to Shakey's in 2 hours, I'm gonna think about it. I'm probably gonna say no. We're talking about a fight here.
Like, I mean, either way, like both of them are ready. They're both trained. They both had a great training camp. But I think it came down to the dollars.
It definitely came down to dollars.
If you're not gonna pay, if you're paying you're paying Ryan to fight this guy, I don't know who he was. You're paying him to fight him a certain amount. You want to pay him the same, maybe even less, to fight a harder dude? Like, nah.
Yeah, no way.
And then it just throws you off, right? What if I just say, Arnold, you're not fighting Mike today. You're gonna fight Brandon Rios. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Like
your mentality, training camp, everything's focused on that fighter.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, to be honest, the Sismundo, the last fight, he was last minute because the guy I was supposed to fight, he hurt his hand. So it was that Saturday before. So I guess Sismundo was training for someone else. I guess he was supposed to fight someone else, but they're like, oh, he's not fighting after all. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, then who am I fighting? They're like, well, as soon as possible. We don't worry about it. All right, cool. So Sunday, they brought us Sismundo. We're like, yeah, just fucking shoot him. You're talking about going to a guy that's like 5'8", 5'9", whatever, to fight a guy that's 5'5". Your whole game, the whole time sparring. I mean, you're like, what the fuck, like, and his styles, like he just moves, so it changes the whole thing of the fight. You have to adjust on the fly, So and then it's like the last week of camp. You're not worried. You're not sparring anymore. You're not changing anything up. You're just working light. Losing the little weight that you had to lose. So it threw me off a little bit, but. But it happens, all the time. And man, I give Top Rank credit to find Sismundo like that, because I was ready to heat. I was like, man, I need to fight. Like, I did not go through this whole camp for nothing.
Yeah, because then you have, your supporters, you're wanting to see that fight, right? Your family, friends, and you're just like, you don't want to give them the bad news, like, oh, this is going to fall through.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
But it just goes and shows you the professionalism, of a promoter, Top Rank's one of the most professional promoters, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
There you go. Yeah, Jose, I know you're young. You're 2-0. Have you found any roadblocks on the way? Any complications? Because you haven't fought this year, right?
Yeah. I bought a house in February, and then me and my wife had a kid. So
congrats!
Nice.
I got promoted at work to supervisor, so I have a lot on my plate right now this year. But hopefully next year or by the end of this year, we get another fight in. I was actually supposed to fight October 12th, but my job is opening up some other units, and I have to be there because I'm a supervisor now. So so now I have to think about the mortgage payment instead of the fight, I guess.
How do you guys know each other?
His dad trains me.
Yeah, my dad trains him. He went to South Amani as well. Younger,
I beat him up in high school now.
Hey, going back to what you guys said about Arnold's boom boom. He has boom boom because boom boom means pop, right? For me, Because I sparred him,
Yeah,
and
you gotta be specific here.
Yeah.
How the internet is.
yeah, I sparred him. And I mean, I'm a big dude, you know, and,
Yeah.
and his punches hurt. I mean, I spar guys that are 180, sometimes 200, and Arnold, that fool hits hard.
It's just the training too, you know. This dude too, he's they're big dudes, you know. But like I always like laugh at him. I was like, hey, you're like the Terrence Crawford of your weight, because this fool like switches. I mean, we work on it in the gym, you know, but he does it pretty good, you know. So I'm like, what the hell, like man, and he had no amateur background really.
Oh, okay.
So he just came in like you know, like out of nowhere, you know. It's just like I said, it's the hard work, you know, because you see a lot of guys in his position who started late, they had no amateur, but like he even said it on we were talking about on the way over, he's like, he spars somebody, you know, and like he's been sparring them for a while, but that person's not going anywhere, they're not advancing, they're staying in the same spot. You know, we tell them it's just you know, because we're always willing to learn new things, always trying new things in the gym, you know, and I think that's what helps him a lot. It's the hard work, because he's real dedicated, you know. So he pushes me too, you know, like hey, he'll call me sometimes. Hey, let's go run. All right, let's go. You know.
And his dad.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's go run in 2 hours.
His dad's tough?
No, his dad has a good teaching style. Like he's willing to do different things, and he works with. I mean, after he sees that you're dedicated, he'll work with you and come up with different strategies, and not just a one style fight, you know.
Yeah, he just goes based off of like what you're good at, you know, because you know a lot of traders trying to like trade, they're trying to
change your style.
Mold, they try to change styles and mold fighters to what they want, you know. But it's like you can't have a fighter that's a boxer and bang, you know. You can't have a fighter that bangs be a boxer, you know.
Yeah.
So.
How do you describe your relationship with your dad?
It's really good, you know. We're really tight, you know. To be honest, when I was younger, like in like 7th grade, we weren't too close, you know. But boxing really brought us together, like in a different way, you know. But I'm telling you, you could ask him, and you could ask anybody that trains with my pops, you know. Like in the gym, it's all business, you know. Like he's my coach, he's not my dad, you know. He's my coach, you know. After the gym, he's my dad, but in the gym, it's like he treats everyone the same, you know. If I'm slacking off, he ain't gonna train me straight up, you know. That's the way my dad is. If you miss even one day, or you miss a run in the morning, he ain't gonna train your ass, you know, like, because the way he sees it is that he works, you know, and he's not gonna waste his time. Yeah, you're wasting his time, you know. He's not gonna be, you know, so that's the way he is, you know. So he has everyone real strict, you know.
So like no nonsense.
No BS, you know. I mean, we fuck around in the gym, of course, laugh, joke, you know, but when that bell hits green, it's on, you know. It's training.
Man, what are some words that he's told you along the way since you got back to boxing that have stuck with you?
Just, you know what, it's just, he always preaches, you know, dedication, and, you know, he always preaches me, you know, to be smart about things, you know, decisions in life, and you know, everything, you know. Like he you know, he grew up rough, you know. He grew up real rough, and, you know, so he always preaches me, like when I was young, you know, I tried to be a knucklehead, you know, and he instead of like hitting me, because I'm not like, he used to beat my ass a lot with the belt, you know what I mean? But like, I thought it was, you know, when he found out some stuff, I thought he was gonna be mad, but he really just sat me down and talked to me, you know. It's like, hey, you want to go this road? You know, he's like, then go ahead, you know. He's, I already know what it is, not gonna be good, you know. He's all, but you know, I just stick to what you want to do. And he was always supporting me through whatever, you know. When I worked, I had a really good job. He told me, like, hey, you know what, like, because it was hard, man. I was working night shift. I was working at 7:30 at night. I'll get out at 5:30 in the morning, sometimes 8:30, sometimes 9:30 in the morning until my work was done. I get out, I'll go run, you know, all tired. I'm talking about like the labor was hard labor, bro. Like you're throwing cases, you know,
like a warehouse type.
Throwing cases, you know. So I'll get out of work, go run, and I'll sleep about 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. Go to the gym, go home, shower real quick, and try to eat something, and then go straight to work again, you know. So it was like that, you know, for like 5 years. My first 8 fights. And then like, because I couldn't find a fight, you know. After my third fight for a whole year, I didn't fight. And my dad's like, hey, just be patient, you know. Like, he was when a big promoter, if the big promoter signs you, then we'll think about quitting, you know. Because I would get home, bro. I'm not even ashamed to say this, you know. I'll go to like my mom's house, and I would cry tears of fucking anger, like, why the fuck am I working? Like, why the fuck am I boxing? Like, why am I doing both fucking boxers at different levels? Like, they ain't doing this shit, you know. But you had to sacrifice a lot. So finally, bro, when after Mike and all that stuff, after Top Rank started looking at me, and they gave me a contract, you know. And then my dad sat me down and he goes, hey, look, you have a really good job, a union job. You're getting paid $28 an hour. you know, I was only like 20 years old, you know, so I was
Mhm.
like, I was making money.
Mhm.
He's like, you have a choice. He's like, whatever you decide, I'm 100% like
And-
backing you
Mhm.
up, you know, like if you want to work and you know, because you have a great job, you know, then that's fine. Because you're in a good position. It's like a win-win.
Mhm.
He's all, but like if you box, you got to remember that you're rolling the dice, you know, like it's a, you know, because you know, like you're not making that much money in the beginning, you know,
Mhm.
you're going to roll the dice. If you make it, you make it. It's a long road, you know, like what are you
Mhm.
going to do? And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to roll the dice, you know, so I basically gambled, you know, it's the
Mhm.
biggest gamble I've ever made in my life. And so far it's been paying off, you know, so thank God for that.
Yeah. What are the?
Crazy.
Can you tell me a little bit about those times where you really were like up against the ropes? We call it here, like where you're just like fuck, like.
Yeah,
Now,
bro.
what did you do to get through those moments and just stay like the course?
Damn, bro, to be honest, I don't even know how I pulled that off. It was because, I mean, you're talking about when I used to get out of work sometimes. There's times where I used to get out like at 11:30 the next day, that the maximum you can work because I had to, you know.
Mhm.
But it was hard, man. I think it was just, I think now that I look back at it, I think it was more like just me how much I wanted it, you know, like how much I really wanted it, and I didn't want to like make no excuses, you know. Like you always see people, you know, make excuses for why they didn't do, you know, what they're good at, you know. Like, oh, you hear it all the time. Like you're at a family party, you're a friend. Oh, I used to box, you know, but
I hurt my knee.
yeah, I hurt my knee, or like I got a job, you know, this and that and this and that. I'm like I didn't want excuses for myself, you know, but at the same time, I struggled a lot, man. Like it was hard, like rock bottom hard, you know, like in the beginning, you know, because I was getting paid good for a guy that's single and, you know, living his dream. When I was getting paid those 4-round fights, 6-round fights, but I had a family already, you know, I had 2 kids already, you know, so it was hard for me, man. It was real hard, you know. I'd fight and have to pay the rent for like 3-4 months, and I really had no money, you know, so it was a struggle, man. I look back at those times, and it's like when back then I wanted to be where I am now, and now I want to be bigger than what I am now, you know, so it's crazy, man. It was real hard. It was real hard, bro. But all the people I work with, they support me 100%, man. They go to my fights, you know, so it's real cool.
So you have 2 kids?
I have 3.
3 kids. How old are they?
I got Jaden, the oldest, is 10. I got the middle one, 6. And I got my daughters 2.
Oh, wow. So my nephews.
Yeah.
Like back to back like that. But
And where's your dad from?
My dad's from he
Marlette.
I'm Italian. You said that shit. No, he was born in Mexico, but he grew up in Rosemead.
Okay.
Yeah, he grew up in Rosemead. You're a fucking idiot. Dog.
That's an old gangster, so that's why that's why I said that. Yeah, I'm only kidding.
your dad's an OG? Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. You remember that picture of the bulldog you posted? You sent me?
Wait, is he like Robert Guerrero's dad type? OG?
No, he's like a real OG gangster like that.
Oh, dang. Pelón y todo.
He's not pelon anymore. He has a fade though, but he has tattoos, you know, all over his fingers. He has his gang right here, or his I don't know, his ex gang right here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but
he doesn't like talk about.
No, he
it.
doesn't talk about it no more. He's not like that, you know, no more. He really. No, boxing really like it changed his life. You know, he'll tell you he loves to talk about it too. Like, hey, boxing changed my life. You know, because
how did he get involved with it?
Well, he was a professional kickboxer. You know, so he always like fighting, of course. You know, that's what he was known for.
Yeah.
But he went to the gym, you know, and he was a professional kickboxer. He was 13-0. And then he just started training me. Like, he put me in boxing, though. And like I said, I was smoker fights, you know. So I'd fight in the same cards he would fight sometimes. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess he seen something in me. I don't know. But he quit boxing, his career, and he just started training me. You know, so that's why I feel like now, too, I owe him, you know. And I just want to make him proud, to be honest. You know, aside from taking care of my kids and my family and trying to get them settled, you know, it's more about taking care, you know, making him proud, you know, because he sacrificed a lot, man, you know, so it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask his nickname, but you can tell us after.
Big Moreno. Big Moreno, that's his name. I'm serious, I'm not lying.
He was an idiot.
Shout out to Pop.
Yeah.
To me, the fight with Alvarado, you guys showed us a little clip with what Aram said about you being next in line for a title shot, and I thought that was like a statement, because I was like, to get a title shot, you have to make a statement. That was a statement in a sense. Yeah. Do you feel like these title holders at 140, do they think they see you as high risk, and so that's why maybe they're just not naming you just yet? Or
yeah, I think I mean, if I was in their position, I would look at like me, you know, as a high risk, low reward, you know what I mean, to be honest, you know. shout out to Ramirez and his team, man, for getting that unification fight. You know, he got paid. You know, he got paid. That was a great fight for him. You know, but I think eventually, you know, one of them's gonna have to fight me. You know, and I mean, I don't really care who. You know, at the 140, I think it's wide open. If you ask me, I think, you know, all the champions right now have flaws. You know. When Terrence Crawford was champion, I was like, damn, like that's gonna be hard to beat. Like, who has?
I think everybody said that. Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's beatable. You know, I mean, he of course everyone's beatable, but damn, dude, he's still at 47. The way what he's doing, it's like, damn, you know. So, but I mean, Ramirez is a great fighter, man. Don't get me wrong, you know. But I thought I was gonna fight him because he even actually on his Instagram kind of called us out too.
Yeah. He said that Arnold was next after he unified with Hooker. And then I personally asked Bob Arum. Yeah. I said, "What's up with the fight?" And
I think that'd be a good fight. Let's see how Barboza does.
Can you guys hear it?
Tomorrow night. I mean, I'm very high on the kid. He's a terrific talent. Whether he's ready for Ramirez or not, we have to see. Ramirez has a mandatory fight that he'll do next, and we'll see next year.
What about him and Josh Taylor?
That's a great fight. That's a great fight, Josh Taylor.
Yeah, that's what he said. But they haven't made it. They haven't came through. But Ramirez's hand got injured.
Yeah,
so.
His hand got injured. Hope he gets better fast. I mean, who knows, man? I mean, you know, Top Rank told us, you know, after his next fight, hopefully everything goes good, and they said a big fight, so we'll see. Maybe hopefully in the beginning of next year.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are knocking on his door right now. It's like Halloween night, trick or treat, you know.
Yeah, everyone's calling him out.
Everybody calls him out.
It's like Mayweather, bro. Everyone would call him out. Probably still call him out. He's retired, you know, like, oh, for Mayweather. You know, that's what comes with the territory when you're a champion.
That's where you want to be, right?
Yeah,
like
that's exactly. I want everything he has, you know.
Yeah.
So
you said you're willing to even drop to 35, right?
Yeah.
What about 47?
47. I want to go to. I mean, I fought at 47 before, you know, but
in this climate.
Yeah, but it's hot right now too. But I'd rather just take care of business at 40 or 35, and then, you know, move up if I have to, you know. But if they, I mean, if they offered me like a title shot at 47, I mean, probably do it too. Don't matter.
Yeah, looking at the this is the WBC rankings, right, with Ramirez and some names that come out: Taylor, Postol, Cano, Matias, that's the one that beat Darashov, right? Yeah. He's a tough dude. Yeah. I think right now he's definitely been, not that a lot of people know him, but he's really been away from the cameras, because I think this one's hitting home, and sometimes you probably just need time away from the ring. Yeah, because I did see an interview with him where he's just like, yeah, that's tough.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Baranchik, he's also with.
No, he's with I think it's Matchroom, right?
Matchroom.
Yeah, the B, they call him the Beast, right, or something like that.
Yeah. Cepeda's with.
Yeah, he's Cepeda's with Sanford.
Okay.
He's a good friend of ours. We sparred him a lot of times. He's from around like where we're from. He's from Ballin Park.
Oh, okay.
There. So we talk all the time. But I mean, hey, like I said, you know, look what happened with Alvarado. So.
Yeah, and then you're right there. It's crazy because I kind of see you ahead of the middle bunch. I don't know why they have you like down this low.
I think this one, because they still have you at 21-0, right?
Oh yeah.
What are you, 22-0?
Yeah, 22.
Okay, so they tell.
But they had me at 15 right there.
They had me like a 12 for WBC.
Well, when after his last fight, there was a WBC member guy there, and he was like, I don't know, he's pretty big in the WBC, so he said he was gonna that I need to be ranked higher. That he needs to talk to, I don't know, he's gonna talk to someone that does the rankings. He goes, nah, you need to be up there and, you know, top 5 and this and that. I'm gonna get you up there. Don't worry about it. So I had to. I got the paperwork to sign up for the VADA testing, so I just got to fill that out, and we'll be pretty sure we're gonna be up in the rankings.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
But from those champions, Ramirez, Taylor, Herring, which one do you feel? Who else is there?
Progress and Taylor.
And you've called that Progress, right?
Yeah. Well, he was at the fight.
Yeah.
He was at the fight, and I looked at him. I went like that. And he's all, you want it? I was like, hell yeah, I want it. Like, what the hell? Like, you know. But hey, I mean, look, right now the 140, I think they're busy right now. They have to settle a lot of stuff.
Mandatory.
Yeah, mandatories and all that. So I think once all that settles, you know, like I sound patient. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not in no rush either. You know. So I said in a lot of interviews, like the longer the champions wait to fight me, the better I'm getting. You know, like I'm getting better. You know, I'm getting more confidence. You know, I'm working on a lot more things. You know, in the gym. So I mean, I'm cool. I could wait 2 or 3 more fights, you know, until this whole thing settles with them, and then, you know, whether they vacate the titles or they have someone has all 4, and I'm whatever, just do it.
We'll pull off Andy Ramirez.
Yeah,
Andy
take
Ruiz.
him. We'll
Andy
take him.
Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz will take all of them.
All at once, huh?
Not gonna get one. What they say, one stone, all this whatever.
Get one swipe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you and Ramirez style would be a great fight. I mean, 2 Mexican fighters, man, like going at it.
Yeah, he has a good style.
You guys are around the same age, right?
Yeah, same age, same height. Like, he has maybe like 1 inch
5'10",
taller than me. Yeah, and the same reach basically, you know. So, and I think his style matches up perfect with mine.
He wasn't a linebacker though, right? So
nah, he wasn't a linebacker. he doesn't know about that.
He didn't spar against guys 6'3".
Yeah.
6'4".
Dude, when I used to spar those guys, the heavyweights, man, my neck would hurt after every sparring, bro. Like
crazy.
my whole neck. And like even when I was like 165, my dad would still put me to spar them. I'm like, fuck, dude, like what the hell?
You feel like that too when you spar bigger guys, or?
No, sometimes, especially if they're like fucking 20-0 or 19-0,
or they call them manos de cemento.
Fuck. I'm still cool with that dude too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was one of those dudes. So the reason why he calls himself that because he's a construction worker. He just
okay.
So, and he's a strong dude, dude. Like I've seen him, like he fought, like so the guy he fought before me, he dropped him. The guy, like I seen him fight at one of the Steve Bass shows, and I was like, oh, what's up, Vicente Guzman, what's up, man? You know, talking to him, and then like, dude, I was telling one of the guys, I'm gonna watch this fool could upset him, and sure enough, the first round, boom, right hand, the dude falls. He gets up, but he just ran out of gas. So like he was beating him, and he ran out of gas. And then he since he was tired, he kicked he needled him in the balls. And so they disqualified him.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, dude, I was like, damn, I had him my second fight. I'm like, fuck, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, no. To me, any guy with that nickname, I'm sending my corner. I'm like, dude, check his rapping. Like,
yeah, dude, I was like, damn. That's a pretty cool experience, though. Man.
Yeah, speaking about rapping, I know we were talking about Margarito earlier. Did you think he did it, Jose?
Yes, I think he did it 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was proven after they checked his raps, right? And they said that he had,
against Mosley.
Yeah, against Mosley, he had the what was it, like plaster or something?
Yeah. Well, it like when he sweats, it got hard, right? Or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a little crack in the pictures. I'm not sure.
So I mean, and then in the rematch with Cotto, you could see the big difference.
Yeah, no power.
With no power, no pop, no boom boom.
Hey, but you gotta
no boom boom.
Hey, you gotta give fucking Cotto credit. Cotto went through with the first one like that.
Yeah.
That's why he messed up his face, bro. You see that? Like,
yeah.
Damn.
Big old cajones.
Yeah, but then Cotto gave him that Scooby-Doo pop. Did the job. I finished him. I was like,
that's a good way to put it, because that's what I said that second fight. I was like, it wasn't. Yeah, Margarito's still strong, but I was like, it wasn't the same damage he was inflicting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, didn't Pacquiao say he like broke his rib or something?
Yeah.
They fought. Damn, Pacquiao was a beast.
Pacquiao.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Pacquiao's performance against Thurman?
It was good.
It was good. Yeah, especially for his age.
Hey, what about that little thing, that meme where like Thurman's all, he's not gonna give me the T-Rex, huh?
Oh.
And then T-Rex.
And then
comes
boom,
out.
boom, fucking just lays him out like, damn.
Man.
This is funny.
Especially for his age, but I mean, when you spar, sometimes you spar older guys that are on their way out, but they're fucking experienced.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, Pacquiao ain't normal old age. That was like young old, you know.
Yeah.
He's still better than a lot of these younger dudes. Yeah. So.
Asian years.
Yeah.
That's a compliment, guys. A compliment.
Yeah.
What do you think about Ruiz, Joshua too?
I think Ruiz is gonna knock him out again.
You think so?
I think Ruiz just has a style to beat him. You know, like I think if Joshua fights any other heavyweight, Joshua's gonna beat him. But I just think that Andy Ruiz has a style like when someone has your number, they have your number. You know, like in the amateurs, I fought some kid named Frankie Gomez.
Yeah.
Who beat, like we fought 5 times.
Yeah.
And so it was 3 of us. It was me, it was Frankie Gomez, it was me, and it was some kid named Corey Barnes. So Frankie Gomez and Corey Barnes would always fight. We were always in the same weight class. So when the tournaments would like, Frankie Gomez and Corey Barnes would fight, and Corey Barnes would beat him. I would go to the finals with Corey Barnes, and I'll beat him. And then like me and Frankie Gomez fought, I could never beat him. But the guy I'd always beat would beat him. You know, so it's just styles. You know.
Yeah.
So like I think Frankie Gomez beat me like 4 times, and I beat him once. You know. And then but yeah, dude, I always like since that day, there's always like someone has your number, they have your number. You know, like
they have your number, they text you, they block wherever they want.
Yeah, that's it. Like you're done. You know what I mean? Like someone could beat you, they could beat you, and I just think Andy Ruiz has that style to beat him. You know, I don't think that he could handle that style.
Does that mess with your head a little bit?
Yeah,
And you're
yeah,
like, this guy already beat me 3 times.
Like, yeah, like I think Andy Ruiz said it best. I think that Eddie Hearn is kind of forcing Joshua to take the fight, you know, because he doesn't even look like he wants to fight. He's like, just like, you know, like I think he's, I don't know. I just think he's gonna knock him out even easier probably.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Oh, my bad.
No, I don't know. I think Joshua wasn't the same fighter the night of the fight, but I mean, I know Andy Ruiz, not personally, but he's a friend of ours and he's good. But Anthony Joshua's good as well. You know, he's a gold medalist, and you can't knock him just because he lost once, because that's what we tend to do. We knock people down because they lose one time. But Anthony Joshua's an animal too. So I think. And I'm sorry about this, but I think Anthony Joshua's going to win the second fight.
He said no.
I'm with you. I'm kind of with you. No, you're right. Like, he's still an animal regardless. But I think Andy took his punch as well.
Yeah.
Like, that first knockdown, he took it well.
And it's tough coming from a tall fighter like myself, and then him too. He knows when you fight a short dude and you can't find him, it's tough. Because if you see they get inside, and Andy Ruiz is just landing all his shots, and Anthony Joshua isn't.
That's because Anthony Joshua too doesn't know how to fight in the inside.
I was gonna say that.
You know?
I don't think he has an inside.
Like, he just like pulls back, you know, and that's dangerous because you get one of those big old overhand right hands, it's gonna lay you out.
The one that dropped the
Yeah, no,
exactly, you know.
And he knows how to cover that distance, right? Like, get in there, like
Mexican style,
Yeah,
real
he
Mexican
does.
style.
He does.
yeah.
You know, like my last fight, dude, that little dude was 5'5". It was hard for me to find him again. I was like, damn, man. He fight like Pacquiao. I was just start moving his head. Everyone was like, fuck.
People, I always hear the commentators say like, oh, like when you're fighting a short fighter, use that uppercut. How effective is it, or do they just make a big thing out of this uppercut against a shorter fighter, or is it?
No, I mean uppercuts they land even with bigger fighters. Like, that's my best punch. You know, my uppercut. Like, I love uppercuts. That's my favorite. You know, but yeah, with a shorter fighter, but it's kind of hard too, because to me, for a shorter fighter, you just gotta throw out their chest. You know, because especially one like him, he was moving side to side all the time. You know, going so low. You know, even if you throw uppercut, you can miss. You know, so I mean, I just threw out his chest, go to the body. But it was hard, man. Like I said, it was hard to find him. You know, he was moving everywhere, bro. Like, I was like, fuck, like, what the hell? Yeah, so it's tough, man. Short fighters are tough, you know, but that's why you gotta work the inside game too. You know, you gotta have both. You know. My inside game wasn't too good back, like, you know, like when I first started, and then we just worked on it, and I think it's getting better.
Nice. Did you predict Andy winning that before for the first fight, or no?
To be honest, man, nah.
Hell
Dude,
no.
like, I didn't, dude. Like, I don't think anybody did, bro.
I don't even think his coach thought.
I don't even think his coach thought he was gonna win.
The way he was hopping in the ring, afterwards.
Yeah, dude. I was like, fuck, dude, what the hell? I remember I had my daughter's birthday. It was my daughter's birthday. We had a big old party, and then one of my friends was watching on his phone, and we were opening presents, and he's like, hey. He's like, fucking Andy Ruiz knocked down Joshua. I was like, nah. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let me see. And then like see Joshua like, oh, hurt. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. And yeah, he stopped it. I was like, oh, shit. It's a big ass upset, you know. I was like, damn, that's. I was happy for him because I know Andy Ruiz, you know, like we had like a strength coach back then. So like, I mean, I fought on like 3 cards with him when we used to fight Unimas fights for top rank. I fought on like 2 of those with him, and then we fought at the StubHub together. So I mean. Yeah, he's a real cool dude, man. Real cool dude, and I'm very happy for him, dude. He deserves it, man. The hard work he puts.
Yeah, I think you're not the only one. Nobody really gave him like much of a chance. Even if you were say these nice things about him, it was kind of hard just to think that this monster in Joshua was gonna lose in the way he did. Like we never predicted 4 knockdowns.
Yeah, like you mentioned the Unimas fights. I remember watching Andy back then, and I'm just like, I don't think he could become champion, because that was a big thing, right? Who's gonna become the first Mexican champion? It was either like Areola or Andy Ruiz, who were like in the forefront. And I'm just like, I don't think they got it like that. But
I don't know, man, because when I used to see Andy Ruiz, I used to be impressed. I'm like, damn, like this fool's fast as fuck. Like
he's fast.
This fool is fast. He's a beast. Like I used to see him, like, damn, like you wouldn't expect it, like you said, his body type, you know. But it's like, damn, man, like, and if you see the way he works out, like if you see him do like feet workouts, and he's fast, bro. Like he's boom, he's at ladders, he's boom, he's fast. You know, you're like, damn, that's crazy.
That's the thing. Like, I think
athlete, you know.
I think I was in Gio's, but where I was like, Andy's good, he's fast, but I was like,
I don't know if he's elite.
Yeah, like that's why I was like, there's levels. I was like, I don't think he's there. Like, and maybe it had to do with the media, because like the media, like when every time they talked about a Mexican heavyweight, it was always Chris Arreola, even though he always came up short. So I was like, if they're not talking about Andy, maybe Andy's not as good as him. Or we always thought that, but again, it's like we don't know what the work that you guys are doing behind the stages. Like nobody really knows until like that fighter gets that opportunity with that other main fighter. And so like, honestly, like I'm like, it's kind of, you can't really discount anybody because like the Harrisons, the all these fighters that like they just need that chance, and the J-Rocks, they get that chance, and then they show all the work that they've done in the ring. So it's like this. I feel like you're in that same boat too, where you're just months away, from this opportunity, and you just have to put everything that you have, all this time that nobody like gave you a chance or counted you out.
Underrated.
Yeah, and that's where you're gonna show it. So it's like.
Yeah, and then it's like when you get ready for a big fight like that, like the training's different, like you're just, the vibe's different, it's like it motivates you more, like my biggest fight was Mike, of course, that put me to like, I was like pumped, because Mike, like he was at a 6-fight winning streak,
Yeah.
And then he had like almost knockout of the year, the fight in December when I fought like a few weeks before that.
Yeah.
And after the fight, he told me, he goes, hey bro, like I told Top Rank, like if you beat me, you deserve a title shot because I'm 100%. Like I never trained like hard, like this and that. And he's like, bro, you're ready, like you deserve it. And I was like, all right, thanks, man, this and that. And we went on our way. But yeah, dude, it was just a whole different level, dude. Like even in Big Bear, man, we were training like crazy up there, man. It was snowing, you're running at 6 a.m. that cold ass, wind, snow. It's a lot of sacrifice, but it's a whole different vibe, man. So I'm pretty sure that Andy went through a lot, a lot of sacrifice, to beat Joshua, man, so. And I don't think Joshua took him serious. I think that was his downfall as well, because he didn't look the same. Even when they announced his name, he was just like, like this is nothing.
His
I got
mouthpiece
it,
was out.
Like, nah, man, you can't do that.
Yeah, I agree. Like I don't think I'll ever admit like, oh, I didn't take him seriously, because you always say in front of the cameras, oh, I take every single fight seriously, but it's kind of like you're already overlooking him because you're already thinking of the Wilders and the Furies and stuff, right?
Other money, yeah, that's a big mistake.
I think Anthony Ruiz beats Tyson Fury though.
What?
You think so?
I think
especially after his last
but like he was saying, you can't just knock one performance, but I think, to me, honestly, I think Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight right now, because he has movement.
I think we all agree, right?
Styles makes fights.
And it's not gonna be as easy.
How tall is he?
Yeah, he's big.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
He can move just like
move.
Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, he can
or
move.
even better.
Yeah, he can move, but like I said, Andy Ruiz gets in the inside. Who knows?
Yeah, like this fight with Wallen, I think a lot of people didn't give Wallen a lot of
credit
or hope. And so maybe I think it kind of got into Fury's head. Like, I'm gonna take him seriously, but because so many people like overlooked him, like they didn't expect this close of a fight. Yeah. And so maybe that's why Fury didn't look that sensational as he's done in the past or against Wilder. I thought he looked great because he was just outboxing him, winning every single round up until like even the ones where he got knocked down, he kind of came back and fought.
I mean, to get knocked down by Wilder, then when he can't take someone else's shot.
He was almost dead too.
Yeah, dude, he was dead like the Undertaker's. You said that meme. Yeah, but nah, dude. And to me, it's like I don't think Fury trained as hard as he should have, because you see the guys everywhere. Every top rank fight, he's there. It's like, fuck, when do you train, bro? Like, he's there, and he's not there like the day of the fight only. He's like, when I was in LA, he was there like the weigh-ins, like, where the fuck are you training at?
The day before the weigh-in.
Yeah, you're supposed to be in Vegas
doing the Mike Tyson podcast.
He trains at the top rank gym, so he's like, dude, like the heck, like, so to me it's like, I don't know, maybe
you're like, I've been here all week, I haven't seen you.
Yeah, dude, like, you gotta fix that,
no top rank secrets. But also he's fighting on Mexican. He was fighting on Mexican Independence weekend. What do you guys think about that? Like him coming out with the sombrero and the Mexican music.
I mean, to me, I don't care. I liked it. Boxing's entertainment. You gotta entertain people. And I mean, I don't know. It's just, what do you think about it?
I don't knock his hustle. That's his hustle. He can sell fights. He's entertaining. He's a very, very likable guy.
He's a people's champ. Like people love him. You know what I mean? So. He's
funny.
Cool.
Actually, that was funny to me.
He's funny.
He went through tough times too.
Yeah.
Before the Wilder fight.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Ups to him, man. Came back. Solid.
Yeah, I asked that question about the entrance, and it was almost unanimous. And a lot of Hispanic people were like, nah, he's cool. He's not disrespecting. Like, if we're being respectful and entertaining, like, we're with it. Yeah. And they know that he's like a funny goof. Like, he just likes to have fun.
Yeah, it's like, and then not only that, but it's like the theme of it was a theme, you know what I mean? So he went with the flow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, who cares?
He had the sombrero on the right way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Well, he had Capetillo in his corner. So.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the Cubman's work?
Well, it was good. I mean, he controlled the blood. What impressed me the most was that dirty tactic lacing that what's his name?
Wallen?
Did.
Oh, he
Yeah,
like,
that just try to like
when he
like,
rubbed his cut.
He rubbed his cut. He got him. He's like
That was like, you can't knock his hustle either. That's,
he's trying to win,
Yeah,
but he's trying to win.
I thought he was trying to like move the Vaseline to the
Nah,
side.
he tried to get the
No,
cut. He
that's
tried to
called
like rip
lacing.
it. He tried to, like,
Well, you thought he's like, hey, you have some thorns. Let me get it for you.
Yeah, dude, that's smart. That's smart.
those are dirty tactics. Colmillo.
Colmillo.
I was doing the same shit. Like if I knew they would referees are gonna give me the fight. Fucking do whatever I gotta do.
It's like, I would have gone for the
Shit.
ear.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Especially if you're down on the scorecard, it doesn't really matter if they take a point or not.
Do you guys think if it was any other fighter, they would have stopped that fight?
Oh,
No.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so. That's what
I don't
nasty
think
as
so.
cut.
I don't think I have I work in the medical field, and I don't think the cut had enough inflammation. I think that the cut was being controlled, and as long as the fighter can see, they weren't gonna stop it. If it would have continuously bleed, did you guys notice how it would stop bleeding?
Yeah, it stopped bleeding.
If it continuously bled, like I'm talking about, he's getting ready to come out and there's blood
It's
coming down
leaking.
his face, they probably would have stopped it. But after he was landing seldomly to that cut, it wasn't like like Pacquiao when he messed up Margarito's face. It wasn't like that.
Broke his
Yeah.
fucking.
Broke his eye.
Yeah,
Literally.
dude. Literally like fake eye now and shit. That was. I
But
remember seeing his
people
eye.
are
I was like,
speculating on that cut, but no, I think it was.
Well,
good
it's
cut.
probably just a good job at Capetillo stopping
Yeah.
it, stopping the cut.
Mm-hmm.
The real cool dude too.
Do you think if he's losing every round, let's say it's just some random guy we don't know about, and he's losing every round
Yeah, that's a different
with that
story.
cut, with that cut.
That's a different story. Yeah, if you're losing every round and
Probably.
But it's a championship fight.
yeah,
so
it's a championship fight. Plus, he wasn't losing the rounds. He was,
Yeah,
like I said, he was landing seldomly to that cut. It wasn't like no. It was seldom like, oh, he got him with one hand this round, and then the third round again, and then after that, it's 2 more rounds. He
Yeah.
got him again.
Mhm.
It wasn't like consistency.
So you guys said Tyson Fury best heavyweight right now, right?
Yes.
I think
Who's
so.
number 2?
I think, to be honest, man, like I gotta see one more. I gotta see Andy Ruiz fight Joshua again. And if Andy Ruiz beats
Yeah.
Joshua, to me, it's gonna be like. It's gonna be hard to be like, all right, Fury or Andy Ruiz number 1 or 2, So if Andy Ruiz beats Joshua, like I think like, because I'm an Andy Ruiz fan,
Mhm.
Of
Yeah.
course, a lot of people are, but
Mhm.
I was a fan of him before this
Mhm.
fight, But I think if he beats Joshua again, I think that's like a tie number 1, number 2 right there, They'd have to
Yeah.
fight, to see.
Okay, so
Number one,
he'd be
number two.
tied for number 1 with Tyson.
Yeah, he'd be tied
Okay.
for number 2. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Number 2, I don't know. Who do you think?
Anthony Joshua for me, and then Wilder number 4.
Yeah.
You guys still think? You guys feel Wilder's or Joshua's still better than Wilder, or
I think
Nah,
so, boxing wise.
Well, I just think that if Wilder catches him with one of those right hands, I think he goes down.
Yeah.
Too, but he
I think that applies to anybody.
but he survived Klitschko, dude. Klitschko
did.
hit him with a solid shot.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised when Andy Ruiz dropped him and everything, and he just didn't recuperate.
Yeah.
That just shows that he didn't put in the conditioning, the
Yeah.
work. Because for the Klitschko fight, dude, he went down. That fool got up.
He looked out.
And he fucking
looked out.
he went in, bro. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck happened? Something's wrong, But you can't knock on Andy Ruiz either,
Yeah, I feel like with the Klitschko fight, he showed ton of heart getting up, and he showed that resilience. And this one, he had some heart getting up, but you didn't see that
The recovery.
He had no
Yeah,
answer.
he had no answer.
No
Yeah.
answer whatsoever.
he just wanted
He didn't
I don't want to
expect
say he
it.
wanted a way out, but he kind of didn't want to be there no more.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
The last knockdown, he was like, he's just
His
like,
hands
and
up
he
in the
didn't even
ring.
care. Like when they said it was over, he kind of did like, what? But then he's like, fuck
Yeah.
it, whatever.
Yeah.
Just get out of here.
Do you how can I word this question? Like at the end of that fight, he was super humble and I guess
relax.
too relaxed, super happy in a way. Like what are your thoughts on that? Like
I just think. I think that's good sportsmanship.
Mhm.
He was down on himself. He wasn't too
Mhm.
happy, but he was giving Andy Ruiz credit, because he knew. I'm pretty sure he knows that after the fight, people were gonna be like, oh, Anthony Joshua this, Anthony Joshua that. They were gonna
Mhm.
knock on Ruiz,
mhm.
But hey, shout out to him. He gave him ups, man. He's like, hey, dude, you beat me. He's a
Yeah,
champ.
that's true.
Today's about him. And that's actually pretty cool, man. Because a lot of people make excuses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I had a bad.
Oh, I had a
calf.
bad camp.
I had a diarrhea.
My trainer
Broke my hand.
Yeah,
broke my back.
like,
Spinal.
Broke my back.
fucking broke my neck, like fuck, dude, like
It's like I had a hand broken since round 2.
Yeah, so it's
My last fight, not this fight. Since last fight, I
yeah,
broke
so
it.
it's like yeah, but that's good. That's cool.
Good
And
sportsmanship. But
yeah.
lately he's been
been
bashing.
trash-talking,
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
bashing. He said that he beat him by a lucky punch sent from the
God or
gods.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up from the god. He got a punch from the gods and fucking Thor his ass.
It's gonna be good though, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good fights coming up. I'm more excited about that Pro Grice and Taylor fight. You know?
Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna
right.
be bad.
That's right around your neighborhood, huh?
That's bad. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
good fight.
Who do you have for that fight winning?
Man, I mean, I got Pro Grice edging it a little bit, but dude, Taylor's a beast, man.
Yeah.
Taylor's British, right?
Yeah, he's
Gonna lose.
he's beast, bro. He's beast.
So Gio has
Guaranteed.
this theory. He just doesn't believe in British boxers,
British
other
fighters?
than
I do
Tyson.
not. Other than
Don't
Tyson.
beat
He's a
American
gypsy.
fighters.
That's why. He's a gypsy, so he doesn't count.
You think other British boxers don't beat American fighters?
That's correct.
That's usually how it goes.
He feels like once that they're really good at home when they have all that support, but when they cross over to the Atlantic and fight over here, he feels like that pressure gets to them, or they're just
Well, it's also the competition too, you know,
Yeah.
because if you look at a lot of fights over there, they fight their big name guys over there,
Yeah.
but you know, it's not compared to fighting guys from over here.
Yeah.
Same thing as the amateurs, you know.
Mhm.
Like you when I went to USA, you had people from everywhere, you know, and then the competition is just different, you
Mhm.
know. Like just I think it's competition, but we'll see, man. I mean, what I like about like those British fighters is like, dude, they're real boxing fans. Like, even if you go over there and you beat one of their guys, they're gonna go and love you, dude. They're gonna give you props, like, hey, bro, like, you know, you're a good fighter. You know, over here, you come to StubHub or you come fucking
Throw
where
beer
we're
at
from,
you and
throwing beer, fucking, you know. You have my own people go down and beat you up. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, it's different. You
for
know,
real, you beat them in 3 rounds. Like I wanted more rounds.
Yeah, like fuck, that's crazy,
man.
There's a difference, you know. But
Yeah.
they're real boxing fans over there. You know,
That,
they're really
yeah,
good boxing fans.
that's something we agree on. The British, maybe because soccer and boxing is like the 2 biggest sports out there, and they're very, you know, it's a small little country. Like they're fervent about their sports,
Yeah.
and they, man, se pelean ellos. We always see every time there's like a fight where there's British people, there's always a fight in the crowd. Like, there's always something.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
They're diehard fans.
Yeah. I think there was one time where Tyson was fighting and there was a fight in the crowd and he stopped to look.
Oh,
That-
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yo, yeah.
you know what's crazy talking about that? We were there too, right there at the Juan Manuel Marquez against Mike Alvarado at the Forum.
Yeah.
There's like 4 fights that broke out in front of us. During the
Yeah.
fights,
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
that was a good fight, man. That was a good
Yeah.
fight. I remember being at that fight. I was all like, oh damn, because I was like floor seats, and I met like the
Damn.
matchmakers, you know, and they're like,
Yeah.
they told me, oh yeah, we're gonna give you a shot. We're gonna look at you. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, that
Mhm.
was like a good experience for me, you know.
Yeah.
That was cool.
What are your thoughts about these YouTubers headlining this fight?
I don't know about anything about it. I
No?
honestly don't know. I
I
heard something
still don't
about
know.
it, but
Ask every week, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what are these
no,
people?
like I heard about it, but
Yeah.
like I heard something like that, but I didn't pay attention. I don't know. Like I heard something they're fighting, right? Like Eddie
So-
Hearn's putting it on or
Yeah,
something.
so Eddie Hearn's putting on a card 2 very
It's on the
famous
Zone?
YouTubers on the Zone.
Oh, shit.
So it's one of the most famous YouTubers out of United Kingdom. I guess his name is KSI, against one of the most famous YouTubers in America.
And it's a rematch, right?
And
Is
it's a
that-
rematch,
Yeah?
but this time they're fighting like as pros. So they've gone through all that,
Oh,
all
okay,
those things
okay.
they have
The
to do.
physicals and all that.
Yeah, to go pro. So they won't be wearing headgears this time around.
Ooh.
But
But
yeah.
are they like doing like a card?
a card, and
They're
they're
headlining a card.
Damn. So they're doing like, so they have like
Billy
this
Joe
all-
Saunders in the undercard.
Billy Joe
the
Saunders,
No
yes,
way.
and
Yeah.
Devin Haney
What?
are in the undercard.
Devin Haney fighting again?
Yeah,
And that's the main event.
they're in the undercard. Yeah, it's the main event. The YouTubers are the main event.
That's crazy.
Guys that have
If I was like Billy Joe Sanders, I'd be like, nah, man, put these
That's-
guys like
that's
on the
wild.
opening fight or something. Like,
Swing
is
bout.
wild.
swing bout.
swing belt, something, right?
Put them at the end or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
With a
So-
That's kind
record
of
of
disrespectful.
0-0,
Yeah.
coming into the ring, undefeated, 0 knockouts.
That's
0
kind of like disrespectful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be like, if I was big, like, you know, like Sanders champ, and you had these fools coming in like YouTubers, like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
I should be the headliner. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
So we asked Benavides this question, David Benavides, and he's all like, "I will never be on the card of a YouTuber ever." Fuck that.
yeah,
He should have said it.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're the champ, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and you're gonna be like the co-main, like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Nah, it's not working. But that's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, make whatever makes money, I guess.
yeah.
it's in the UK?
It's is gonna be here,
Here?
At the Staples
Wait.
Center, right?
Staples Center. Yeah, Staples Center.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
there are some boxers that defend this card, and they're like, you know what? If they're bringing like Ryan Garcia defended him,
Exposure.
Devin Haney. Yeah, they defended saying that
Yeah.
there's more exposure. They're gonna be bringing like new fans to the sport.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like,
what they said, even if it's 100,000 people watch the fight, and out of those 100,000, 10,000 people
Stay.
follow
Yeah.
Billy Joe Sanders or whoever's on
It's
the
good
undercard.
for them if you kind
Yeah,
of think
of
about
course.
Yeah.
Dan
Yeah.
Haney and all those guys.
I don't knock the hustle either. I
No,
think
yeah.
it's respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, in like the traditional boxing, it's seen as disrespectful,
yeah.
but at the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, you're getting paid, you agreed to it, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I feel like that way.
I guess,
I
but
see
I
the
just don't. I mean, if I'm a champion, me personally,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm gonna like, I mean, I don't. I mean, if I'm offered, like he said, but then again, if they offer me like, hey, you're gonna be on the like co-main, but you're gonna get paid this, like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah. If we get paid more than.
Yeah, well, not more, but if you get paid, I mean, when you're a champion, when you defend your belts, when you
Yeah.
get paid, you know. So I guess it's different when you see the
Yeah, it just
dollar signs,
depends.
you know what I mean?
It depends.
See all
Because
them
what if they
zeros.
tell you like you're gonna get your title shot, but it's gonna be on the undercard or the co-main?
Yeah, I'll be like, all right, fuck,
Fuck it.
I,
fuck
I
it, you
think travieso ser con que me paguen peleo con el diablo.
El Arce?
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn. That's
I
good one.
think he said
Funny.
that.
Yeah.
That's how I think.
Yeah, I guess that the money's right. The money is like, you know,
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck
if it's a business for everyone else, I mean, it has to be a business for you too.
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Yep. All
How much
right.
time we got?
We have 10, 15 minutes.
All right.
Roughly.
So what about Oscar Valdez, the Mexican warrior?
Oscar Valdez. What about him?
What do you guys think of him?
He's moving up, right?
Yeah, he's
To
moving up.
130.
Yeah.
I like him. He's now
Mhm.
with the Canelo team, right? And
He
I don't
showed
know,
big
he's
old
been through
balls.
wars. He's been through wars.
Yeah.
Well, we fought on that same undercard when you fought
Quig.
Quig.
Oh, it was right here?
Yeah, at the StubHub in the
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah, the same day Lomachenko fought was it the Lomachenko Rigo fight?
No,
Fight?
Nah.
What fight was it?
he was the main event. It was him. Who was the co-main that day?
No, but there was another
uh,
card.
Andy Ruiz fought that day too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
co-main event was Vences and Eric De Leon.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's right. Yeah.
Vences de Leon. That we fought
Yeah.
Mike Reed that
Yeah.
that fight.
But there was another card that same day. I forget which one. 'Cause I remember I was watching both.
March
forgot.
10th.
I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't Loma because Loma's top rank. It couldn't be Loma.
March 10th sounds like a David or like a Danny Garcia type date,
It
no?
was someone. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Probably Premier Boxing.
Yeah, but that was a crazy
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, Andy
Shout
Ruiz
out-
was on that card.
Shout out to Arnold though, man. I train with him every day, and he's the only guy I see hitting the bag hard every single round. He runs fast. He runs faster than all the pro fighters we ran with. He's literally in the lead every time we run. We have some fighters that are last. He's always first, always shows up, and yeah, he's putting in that work, man. So
Yeah, I
really happy with
I just changed the style of my training. You know,
Mhm.
after I say the Mike Reed fight, I think it was after the Mike Reed fight. I was like, because I was always scared, like, man, like fuck, like what if I get burned out? You know, like.
Mhm.
But then I came to realize there ain't no such thing as overtraining, only undertraining. You know, and I think I was always undertraining myself.
Mhm.
So like, dude, like I just changed my whole style of training. You know, like,
warm himself for 15 minutes now before sparring.
yeah, like I do like fuck, I do like before I even start training or anything. Like I'll do like I think like 4 rounds straight jump rope, and then I do shadow box.
Mhm.
I shadow box, fuck, like 5-6 rounds with weights, and then I
No
do just a
limits.
warm just before to train. You know, I'm already just drenched, bro.
Yeah.
Everything, you know, even sparring, bro. Like we do like in Big Bird. I learned a lot too. Like in Big Bird, you do so much abs, bro. Like
Mm.
so our schedule in Big Bird was crazy. You know, like so you do run in the morning. Everyone meets up. You run. You get back to the gym. You stretch out. You do abs. You know,
Yeah.
like 1,000 abs or whatever you do,
God,
500 or whatever. So then you go back to your little cubby. You go to sleep. You know, your
Mhm.
room. You come back and you do abs again before you train, and then you train, and then you do abs again after. You know,
Yeah.
so I kind of brought that back with me. You know, I brought back a little stuff from there.
Yeah.
So, but the training, man, it's just been different. Like hills, I run hills. I try to run hills fast. Like,
Mhm.
you know, I run those shits fast. So everything's just different, man. You know, and I noticed the difference. You know, like the
Mhm.
training, that when you change your style and you train really,
Yeah.
like super hard.
Yeah.
Like, the fights are they're cake. You know, so.
Do you have a timetable when we can expect you back for next?
Yeah. So I'll be fighting November 30th.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll
Okay.
be fighting November 30th. It was supposed to be the Jose Ramirez card. It was supposed to be at the LAFC again,
Mhm.
but
Oh shit.
but his hand, you know. So I think Oscar Valdez might be the main event now. I'm not
Okay.
sure, but I don't know if it's gonna be at the LAFC now because you know he's not fighting there, so I don't know what's going on with the venue, but for sure November 30th, it's already
November 30th.
penciled in. Yeah, so we're days ago. Yeah,
And it seems like it might be there because Top Rank, they're trying to establish themselves there as well, right? LAFC with the first show that they did there.
Yeah, and last time 07 Navidez canceled, right?
Yeah.
The fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So Magdaleno pushed up to the main event.
Yeah, so I was supposed to fight November 2nd, but my last fight, I thought I had, because I had surgery on my hand before. Remember I was telling you guys, like, I had torn tendon, so I swelled up again, but I already went to the doctors and they said everything's good. I just had to let it rest. So we moved it to a later date. So yeah, I was supposed to fight at the StubHub, so we moved it. So I was like, it's all right.
Yeah.
And then November 2nd is Canelo, right? They announced it. It's official.
Canelo's number 6.
Then Top Rank has a card too, right? that I was supposed to fight at the StubHub, so they have a card there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's cool though. I mean, I'll probably be at the Top Rank cards. I mean, not just because it's Top Rank, but because they have somebody fighting that I want to see. So we'll see.
Who's that?
Alex Salcedo's fighting that day. I think he's
okay.
coming back, so I want to check him out, see how he looks.
From the names around you, what are some names that they've thrown at you? If you could tell us.
They haven't really thrown names at us. The only I just know that after this fight is gonna be a big fight. Whether it's a title shot or not, but I think maybe it might be a title eliminator. Next fight, but we'll see. I gotta see. Who they offer. There's been some names, but I'd rather not say until it happens. So we'll see. But like I said, the main goal is Ramirez. But I'm not looking over anybody.
Yeah.
I never do. So I train the same for everybody.
Never turns down opponents.
Never. Every fight they've ever offered us, we've always took it.
Anybody can get it.
Anybody. I always say that in the gym. We always say that. He'll be like, we'll mess around. He'll be like, hey, like let's spar. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Anybody can get it. How many you need?
AB. Arnold Barboza.
Anybody can get it.
Good fight.
Arnold Barboza.
Call me the can, man.
Oh, Adrian Broner?
That would be a good fight.
Hey, I would fight him in a
money.
second.
I think it works.
Easy money right there.
Yeah, it's because the thing with him, man, is your offense is your defense. If you throw, he's just blocking. He's not gonna throw. I think that my Donna fight kind of changes the whole game.
Would you take that fight?
Yeah. A second, take that fight. Any other fight too. I don't really care.
Yeah, that AB, that's a good crossover because everybody knows him.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think anybody that has a higher work ethic than him, even though he's very skilled, we do give him credit. Skilled. He's very skilled. It's just he doesn't have that. I don't know that work ethic.
But like the only thing like that sucks is like the whole promotional thing. The whole PBC.
Yeah.
They have they say they have their own world over there.
Yeah.
And it's true, bro. They have their own little fucking thing going. So
I'm looking at some names like in your division. Chris Algieri, that seems like he's a good name that you could. Is he? What do you know who he's with or?
Yeah, he I don't know who he's with.
He's the zone, right? Wasn't he on one of the zone cards?
At PBC.
Well, he actually he fought on a Top Rank card recently, I think.
I know he just fought.
Because I know he did fight on Top Rank card because he works for Top Rank on the ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Something like he was commentating when I fought Mike Alvarado.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there.
Yeah.
and I'll fight him.
Yeah,
I like that fight.
Yeah, that's a good name to call out because he has experience. But
I
think you can.
Yeah, there's to give us like a title eliminator for him.
Yeah.
Heartbeat. Heartbeat. And he's good. He's good. He's good. But I'll fight him.
Yeah, he seems like outside. He seems like he's a good guy. I mean, just inside is all business, right?
Yeah, of course. That's every fighter.
But yeah, I'm like looking at names and obviously Ramirez. I'm looking at the U.S. names like Ramirez, Prograis, Cepeda, Hooker, and then there's Chris Algieri right under them. I was like.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. If they offered it, like I said, if the title eliminator will fight him, and then you got like a lot of people. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. They've been calling me out, but I'm not falling back into that shit. Like
some people call you out.
Yeah, like I know one dude. I don't even
retard.
Yes, I don't even want to say his name. Like he's
don't give him promo.
Yeah, you can tell us after the show.
I just say he's like 16-0, but he called me out trying to like say this and that, and I was like, whatever. I just.
He's like a young up and comer.
Yeah, So like I didn't tell him anything. Like I just like commented just a few times on his thing because I didn't even know who the hell he is, And then after my fight, DeMarco called me out.
Okay.
So then I was like, I'll take that fight. Like,
that's a good fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight. I'll take it. But But like I said, you know, if Top Rank's pushing me this way, you know, like why am I? And I'm not saying that going backwards for him, but I'm just saying like if they have plans for me, I'm not gonna go out of my way like I did against Manny Lopez and tell him, hey, I want to fight him, you know.
Yeah.
And they're like, you want him? I was like, yeah, dude, like talking shit, like whatever. I got mad, you know. So I'm not letting that shit get to me again. You know, I'm just let Top Rank do what they want. Send me the name, and we'll do it. Send the contract, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Little Moreno.
So stupid.
I was trying to figure out who that is.
They said it. When you watch the show, you'll get the joke.
When you're here,
Man,
that's funny. Yeah, but
All right, so how far do the Lakers make it? Kind of switching gears a little bit.
I think for sure they go playoffs. For sure playoffs. Yeah, for sure playoffs.
Mhm.
But I think past the first round. I think they get past the first round, but I don't think they have enough weapons yet to, like, outside of shooting and I think they need another center. You know, if AD doesn't want to play center, right? He wants to play power forward. So I mean, I think they need a center. I don't think Dwight Howard's gonna cut it, man. Hell no. So I just don't think so, man. He's just, I don't know. But who knows? Maybe he comes back. I mean, if Dwight Howard could you know play, you know, do all right, I think they can make it far, man. You know.
What do you consider a successful season if they get how far?
If they get, I think they make it past the first round of playoffs. I think they'll, you know, I think that's.
You're like,
that's
all right,
good,
I'm satisfied with that.
I'm satisfied. Well, just making the playoffs, man. Lakers haven't made
Right.
playoffs in fuck how long.
I mean, but
man.
they have the pieces to make.
They
it,
have the
like,
pieces. They have pieces.
They have to make it.
And I think keeping Kuzma was key too. You know?
Yeah.
I'm a Kuzma fan.
Monster.
Yeah, I'm a Kuzma fan. Like I was gonna get I ordered his jersey last year, and then they didn't have like my size, so I went for the number 8 Kobe. I had to get it again because the other one was beat up. So,
Nice.
so I can't go wrong with the number 8 Kobe.
That's right.
Nice. My question is, who's on the Mount Rushmore of Lakers for you? Top 4 Lakers of all time.
Top 4 Lakers. You gotta go Kareem, right? Magic, Kobe, of course, and I got Shaq.
Oh, okay.
Shaq this.
Dude, Shaq's I think
Shaq
one of my favorites, man. I think he was unstoppable. Like, did you see that documentary they made on him? They said, well, that whole thing when Kobe said that if he would have had my work ethic, he could have been the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
that wasn't even knocking on him, you know, like that was telling him the truth.
Yeah.
Cause and then like I was watching, cause I always watch like the Steph and A show and all that, cause I'm a big fan of Max Kellerman and all them.
Yeah.
And they're like I guess every year like he'd gain more weight, like after every season, you know. That he started like at 308, right, or something, and they say he was a monster, he was a beast. And then like Kobe said that, or someone was saying that like before every like this Kobe was working out, shooting, lifting, and then Shaq's eating Big Macs because they said he had he was obsessed with Big Macs.
Yeah, like addicted.
Yeah, addicted to them, like really addicted. So he'll eat those all day, you know. So like Kobe would get mad, like what the heck, like fucking work out, you know, like. So I think I don't know, man. I think Shaq's one of the. If he would have stood like 100% like Kobe said, I think he would have been one of the greatest Lakers. Yeah, I think he's better than Kobe.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen somebody so dominant.
Unstoppable,
like,
bro.
just
Unstoppable. He was just boom. Like what the. How's that not a foul? You know what I mean? Like that fool literally throws his elbow. I remember watching him. Dude, like
I mean, in today's like they would call those things, right? Because like he would get like
for sure.
Dude, they'd be fouled out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Like it's like the NFL now, bro. Everything's like soft now. You know? They're like a lot of NFL players complain like, oh, we're playing flag football now. You know. So like two-hand touch. Yeah, like they're playing 2-hand touch now. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Look, like Kobe, every year like he added something to his game. Yeah. And Magic Shaq would have done that. Yeah. Add something new to his game, he was already unstoppable. Unstoppable, bro. If he would add something every single year to his game. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I say, bro. It's like boxing too. Like you can never be satisfied with like what you're doing, you know. Like you gotta always try to add something, you know. Yeah. And so like right now in the gym, we're trying to add a lot of stuff, you know. So like we're always trying to work on different things, you know. So I was saying, we were having a conversation on the way over here, like, cause me and him were talking like man, like there's some guys that you spar or some guys that you've been sparring, and you're like, you see like the difference. You know, like when I first came back, there's guys that I was sparring, and then like I was advancing. You know, I found myself advancing. You know, and then they were staying in the same spot. You know, because they had the same training routine, the same thing. Like it's cool to do your training routine, you know, but change it up. You know, like do stuff different. You know, like see what works, see what doesn't. You know what I mean?
Like
so
not just stay one dimensional. Dimensions.
You gotta like see like my biggest fight was my 15th fight when I fought Jonathan Chicas. I got dropped that fight. I got hit in the temple. I got dropped. the whole fight, dude, Teddy Atlas was drilling me. He was just fucking talking shit. Like, but I didn't take it as talking shit. I took it as good criticism. Because
constructive criticism.
Because dude, I went to the gym and we worked on everything he knocked on me for. We've been working on it since that day. Dang. He was like, oh, Barboza doesn't have that inside stuff, that good stuff, So I went to the gym and I work on it. In the gym I sparred, dude. I feel great in the inside. So like I worked on that. I worked on, finishing, because I heard a lot of fights. I heard all my opponents, but I just wouldn't finish them because I'd always had like that mentality. Like, damn, what if I go and I just get caught? You see that all the time. Yeah, you see that all the time. So I'm like, but now it's different. Now it's a smarter way to do it, So we just, everything that we took from that fight, it's just that's a fight I took everything from. Like, damn, I gotta step my shit up. Because he bashed me,
Some commentators are biased though. Like I was telling him. Because they kept bashing Arnold over here about his leading left hook. Yeah. And then this last fight with Manny Pacquiao, when he fought Thurman, he's all like, "Oh, Manny Pacquiao has a great leading hook, a leading right hook." And I'm like, "You see, this guy is great for leading with his right hook, but when they said Arnold was leading with his left hook, that was such amateur ish,
Yeah.
So the commentators are biased a lot sometimes.
It's all right.
So your favorite commentator, you said Max. You like Teddy?
Oh yeah, I like Teddy too.
Yeah.
I like Max. He's my favorite. Max. But I like watching. I watch ESPN a lot. So I watch when they go at it.
Yeah.
And
like the First Take and all that.
Yeah, First Take. I love First Take.
Yeah, to me, I like listening to Teddy like do his little rants on ESPN. I know it's a lot. It wasn't for everybody, but I love that shit.
Yeah.
He gets all into it.
Yeah. I start screaming. I'm like, oh shit! Like,
we're going to commercial break.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
And then when he was coaching Timothy Bradley too, he was like,
we're
a fireman, or what the fuck? Put out the fire or some shit. Like, what the hell?
What do you prefer? You prefer like a more relaxed, quiet corner, like, hey, you're doing good. You do this, do that, or do you prefer that shit in your face, like, let's go, we're fireman?
Nah. See, I prefer what my dad is. My dad's straight up. Like, if you're losing the fight, he's gonna tell you you're losing the fight. He'll tell you straight up, hey, you're losing the fight.
We always talk about that, right? Because some corners are like, you're winning. We think you're up. You won 2 rounds out of 7. How are you up?
Hell no. Ever since the amateurs, I remember the amateurs. He'll be like, look, you're losing this fucking fight. He's like, you want it? This last round, you better go get it. This and that. I'm like, fuck. So we'll go do it. He always does that, Yeah. And sparring, after sparring, he'll tell you got your ass kicked. You got your ass kicked, Or he'll tell you straight up, He's a straight up dude, and that's what you need, You can't.
Very calm.
Yeah, very calm, but because you don't want a coach that loses his composure, like. You gotta fucking, So I don't know. I prefer straight up. Tell me what it is, what's going on.
Yeah,
it's good like that.
You want no fucking anxiety in the corner, dude. Like,
fuck that, And then our corner is very good. I'm not trying to say because it's my corner, but I feel like I have one of the best teams. My cut men, they're also my trainers. Chewy and Jesus. Chewy, he's he's been in the game for 40 plus years.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he knows a lot of tricks. He knows like I get all my movements, my angles from him. Yeah. So and he's a perfectionist. Like everything got to be perfect. Like you train with him, if one little hand's down, pick it up, boom. Boom. Like he'll slap the shit at you with the Dude, when I was warming up with him for the StubHub fight, because my dad wasn't there for that fight when I fought Mike Reed. Because my dad went with a buddy of mine, Alex Luna, El Charrito. I don't know if you know El Charro. So my dad went with him to Texas because we fought the same day. So we flipped a coin. Like, who's my dad gonna go with?
Damn.
That was Arnold's idea.
Yeah.
Let's flip a coin.
Yeah, because
his dad was like,
chances.
"Fuck this! I'm not gonna choose. You guys have to find a way to get one of the cutmen to train one of you and then the other one." Yeah. And Arnold's all, "Fuck that! Let's just flip a coin. That way we don't both lose out on the trainer."
Yeah. So the whole idea with my dad. So my dad went home and told Mom, "I'm not gonna go to either fight. Like the day of the fight, I'm just gonna stay home and watch him on TV." Mom goes, "No, fuck that! You better go to Wonderland because you're gonna be all depressed and shit, drinking and So I told my dad, I was like, hey, let's just flip a coin, Like I was like, fuck it, who cares? I'm not gonna be mad if you go with him, It's a fair 50-50, So of course, my buddy won. I didn't care, because I'm comfortable with Chewy because he trained me, for that fight too.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in the locker room watching the fight, whatever, and then. My buddy didn't. He lost the fight title eliminator. Against Colmay, and and yeah, dude. So that fight, it was crazy. He was with me because he's in my corners all the time.
Okay.
So we had a good team. So my Chewy and Jesus stood with me. So and then we were hitting the mitts. I remember we were warming up. We were warming up before the fight, and I was like warming up light. And boom. Like, I was like, oh, shit. Like, fuck. Like, god damn.
That hand up.
Yeah, I was like, damn. Like,
Protect yourself at all times.
yeah, dude. So I see him tomorrow. So I'm on his lap tomorrow. So,
Man.
so yeah, it's crazy.
Chewy. How old is he?
He's like 75, no?
I wonder if this is the same Chewy.
73.
He's on Chewy. He's
This is Chewy that my dad used to take me training, and this is the on Chewy that he always used to jab me in the face. I didn't like it.
where was his gym at?
East LA.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
the same
that's
on
Oh,
Chewy.
that's the same on Chewy. Damn.
Yeah, dude.
How
Hey,
to
he, at the De La Hoya gym?
Yeah.
Yeah,
show you a
dude.
Bro, it
picture
haunted
of
me
him.
for years, man.
He probably looks the same. Look.
Is the reason why he doesn't box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
Chewy
reason.
haunts
Pretty
you.
much, yeah. I was like, I'm better at soccer, man. Fuck this.
Yeah, dude. We love him, Chewy, man. He's so much. He just has so much knowledge, man.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
But
So
very
much knowledge.
serious professional.
Very
guy.
serious professional. He still runs, bro.
Does he?
So he's the one that stayed with me in Big Bear because my dad works, you know. So
Mhm.
he stayed with me in the cabin up there.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking about it was 25 degrees, bro. Some snow blowing in your face, and he's running. He got sick because he's older.
Oh, that's him. Yep.
That's him, yeah.
No hesitation.
Yeah, he looked kind of the same.
I'm like, how is this old man jabbing me like?
Yeah,
I was-
dude. He
The head snap back.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bad. He used to fight, huh? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Man.
the man, man. He's the
Yeah.
man, the myth, the legend.
You gotta
Yeah,
bring him here one
Chewy.
like next time.
Yeah,
He used to
I'm
jam me
sure
in
he
the
won't
face,
come,
man.
man. He doesn't like cameras. He
doesn't
doesn't
like
like none of
that.
that stuff. No.
No.
Old school.
Like we went to the ESPN of the fighter meeting. We talked, you're in front. You're talking to Timothy Bradley. You're talking to Joe Tessitore, right? Or all
Yeah.
those guys. You have to talk to him. I was
That's
co-main
right,
event.
Bro.
Yeah.
And he's right here, right next to me. Is me. It's him, me, my dad, and his son, and then he's in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Timothy Bradley's looking at him. He's all just staring at him, bro. And then when Chewy has his hat down, he's all like that. He goes. He looks at me. He goes, "I want to know what your job is." And then Chewy was just all like, he was just all like,
It's serious.
all serious, And I was like,
That's funny.
Chewy, he's the best, man.
Yeah. Dang.
All business.
So East,
All
yeah.
business. All
After
business.
the East LA gym. So you trained there? Wait, so you stopped when you were 13, right?
Yeah, I stopped when I was 13, but I used to fight we used to fight a lot of his fighters that he had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he him and my dad always kept close, so
Yeah.
he's been in our corner for our
Okay.
cut man, and he
Dang.
wraps my hands, he does
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Oh, yeah, he's a man.
Yeah, he's the man. He goes all. He's the one that's with me with all. Like I have morning sparrings. He's
Mhm.
with me in the morning sparrings,
Okay.
But I don't like sparring in the mornings, So my dad goes.
Mhm.
But when I do have to spar in the mornings, he's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
And we train with him like 2 days out of the week, so
yeah.
get all the knowledge, man, and see what he perfection that he needs us to do. So
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna be the bad guy now. We're gonna get kicked out pretty soon, so I feel like
so
there's still a lot to talk
Yeah.
about, man.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you back sometime. You too, man. Great show. We learned a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, man, yeah.
We learned a lot.
Yeah, dude, yeah. So shout out to you guys, man, Against the Ropes. Appreciate it for having us. We're looking forward to the next time. Hopefully next time I come, I have world belt.
There you go,
You
man.
know.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys follow Arnold Barboza
Yeah.
at Arnold Barboza _ Jr.
Yeah.
Hey, where can they follow you?
Yeah, where can we
Arnold
follow you?
_ Barboza.
Arnold, yeah. Sorry about that. You can follow me at PIL. Cabrón. PILT _P.
I'll write it down on the screen. Make sure. No, that's good. See, media trained and everything.
Nah, this is my boy right here. It's my
Normally we have to ask boxers, "Hey, where can we follow you?" And then they forget and they start talking about something else. And
dude. No, yeah, it's my
I'm his
hype
hype
man. Does
man.
everything. Does
I'm
everything
his
for me, bro.
boy.
You see in the weigh-ins, dude. But I mean, he's
I'm ready
friend
to
first.
fight
He didn't meant to
Anybody?
say that. What he meant to
Let's
say
do it.
was this.
Yeah, he's friend
bodyguard,
first.
sparring partner.
Everything,
Yeah.
bro. Everything. If I need mid work, he gets me work sometimes. So.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Rocking the hat too. Rocking the
Yeah,
shirt.
that's my
That's
dude.
what's up. You have any more shirts of those?
Yeah,
Can we
dude.
buy 'em?
Yeah, I'll bring you some next. I
Sure.
can
Yeah,
send
that's
them
what's
out,
up.
whatever. I'm getting more made for the next fight. I'm getting
Sick.
wearing white with
There
gold,
you
so
go.
we'll get some.
I'll use some shirts too. We got some shirts.
Oh
but
yeah.
Not at the
No
moment.
worries.
So
No worries. No worries.
We'll
We'll
swap
swap
next
them.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
there you
swap
go.
them. We'll swap them.
that's what's up.
Yeah, we'll swap them. Yeah, we got it.
Anywhere else that we can find you?
Twitter at Junior Barboza Arnold, and that's pretty much it. Instagram, Twitter. It's pretty the main things, right?
Anybody you guys want to shout out real quickly?
Just want to give a shout out to my promoter, Top Rank. Give a shout out to all my sponsors, STG and Sons Roofing, Mariscos Martin, Hero Construction. Give a shout out to my boy Jose, to my whole team.
Taqueria Perivan.
Taqueria Perivan. You know,
Where's that at? That sounds
it's in
good.
Almonte.
You should go.
Should go,
It's
bro.
good.
The best sortido you have.
Perivan?
Yeah, taqueria Perivan.
Yeah, bro. We don't promote shit like that here, but that shit sounds good.
That shit's bomb, bro. Trust me. Bomb.
Sounds good.
The best sortido you'll get. Trust me.
Stablemate too. Cesar Flores.
Cesar
is gonna do
Flores
his professional
debut.
debut.
Soon, hopefully on a top rank card. He's getting all his medicals done. He's a real deal, man. He's just
Okay.
like about 6 feet tall. He fights at 126.
Yeah, 126.
Damn. Is that tall guy?
Damn.
Nah, dude, you trust me. This dude has pop. Like I sparred him just to help him out, and his shots sting, bro. And
Yeah.
he in sparring, he's dropped guys
He's
bad.
good.
And then
Damn.
you have a video for the when he fought at the WBC.
Oh yeah, he dropped some guy.
He just
cold.
fought. He just fought at the
Link us
WBC.
up. Link us up.
Yeah.
So I'll link you guys up with him, man. He's
Damn.
a good up and comer. So yeah, but shout out to Top Rank, of course. You know, ESPN. You know, Bob Aram, everybody. And to La City of South Almani, La Puente Boxing Gym. You know, so.
That's what's up.
Fundamentals 19.
Oh, Fundamentals 19, Don Chewy.
That's where Don
Everybody.
Chewy has his training gym now. In
Nice.
Bell Gardens.
Yeah,
Bell
so
Gardens.
Shout out to all them.
Nice.
Local, huh?
Yeah,
Local,
That's
man.
what's up. Shout out to all of LA, really, man.
Yeah, of course,
Shout out
man.
to all of LA County,
All
man.
of San Gabriel Valley,
Yep.
LA County.
That's
So
what's up.
we do it for them.
All right, man. Where can they follow us?
Against the Ropes, DAROPES on all social media platforms and against
Sir.
THEropes.online. And yeah, follow us up. Episode 55 coming up next week.
Yeah.
But I mean, a pleasure having you guys here today. You guys rep Los Angeles, you know, like no other. So come and support this fighter, guys. He's already had big wins. He's there with Top Rank, and you know, shout out to Top Rank. We want to see him in a title shot soon. So do it. We can't wait to see your next fight. You said November 30th, so we'll keep you in. You know, we're gonna keep an eye on you and keep seeing your fights, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you
Yeah.
guys. Thank you.
Bring the belt next time.
I will. I got you guys.
Hey,
Got
all
you
right.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for
Thank
tuning
you.
in. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, he said it does go by quick, man.
I'm telling you, like,
Man,
every
like
time I feel like, man, we need like.
thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable.
Against the Ropes podcast.
Michael, you already know I'm a fun guy.
Hola amigos, soy Juan Francisco Gallo Estrada. Quiero mandar un saludo para mis amigos de Contra las Cuerdas. Échenle muchas ganas. Un abrazo, muchas bendiciones.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. You know what mine is? Let's box, bitches. It's almost fight night.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you for the support. Keep doing your thing. You're doing a great job. So thank you and best wishes.
Huge shout out to Against the Ropes.
Shout out to Against the Ropes. Thank you guys for the interview and hope to see you guys soon.
Against the ropes, always doing the right thing.
Shout out to Against the Ropes, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, taking the time out y'all day.
Against the Ropes, #1.
Freddie Roach.
Thank you very much.